Chapter 5, the four-moon dead sun Jupiter, considered to be the circle of life, a gas giant. The relative facts of Jupiter is considered to be a dead star in our solar system. This gas giant is known to have four moons orbiting around its extreme hot atmosphere. The four moons is, of course, symbolic to a compass, north, south, east, and west. The four moons, this is broadcasting that this ideological fact is exaggerating a big space to be really tiny. Saturn's gravitational pull is supposed to be the reason why Jupiter does not fly out of orbit and come crashing into Earth. Jupiter is considered to be Christ's spirit nailed to the cross of a delusional consistency. The four moons are directions that hold the body in place on the cross. Saturn is the nails that hold the body on the cross, which represents Christ's body. Saturn is considered to be the Father and Christ the Son. The wounded healer Chiron, a meteor, is directly linked to Jupiter, Christ, which is actually the Father, Saturn, which is all-encompassing the matriarch in one. The dead sun Jupiter is a sacrifice within the Milky Way galaxy that hides within the constellation of Scorpio. The sign Scorpio representing the weight of the matriarch. The sun is to be made food for the matriarchy itself, portraying a deliberate reptile-like dragon that is considered to be a black hole, hence a galaxy. Jupiter is the second biggest celestial body if we compare all luminaries and meteorites. The orbital sequence within the inner workings of our solar system include the sun starting in the center, then Mercury, Venus, Mars, Earth, Jupiter, lastly, Saturn. Earth is actually secretively the center of our galaxy. The center is also considered to be Christ, a sacrificial pawn or lamb, cross on matter. The sun is merely a distraction to keep the emphasis of the secretive gas planet Jupiter vague. In order to keep a belief system secret, we would have to be blinded by a bright decoy. Saturn has 11 moons in its orbit and a large ring of debris. The ring finger is associated with Jupiter. This esoterically creates a binding contract between man and Earth. Pluto is considered to be Saturn's 12th moon, and Pluto also represents the god Hades, ruler of the underworld. Pluto sets at the entrance to this galaxy, which is considered the tail end. Jupiter is considered to be the greater benefic and Venus the lesser, and in sequential order, Jupiter is 4 planets away from the sun. Also, Earth is in between Venus and Mars, creating man with Jupiter as man's spirit. The placement of planets is important in the Milky Way galaxy because of its symbolic representation. The sun is lighting up what's beneath, and again, Pluto is the door or entrance to this underworld called the Milky Way. This is why my astrological placements has the south node, Ketu, in the sign of Scorpio and the north node, Rahu, in the sign of Taurus. This map magnifies Earth being the center and the inner workings of the sun. The moon is to hold everything in place, and for this reason, it orbits the Earth. The gravity forcefulness is so strong that it would pull apart any celestial body if it did not have some sort of luminary orbiting it. As far as I am aware, Pluto and Venus are the only 2 planets/celestial bodies that do not have a moon orbiting its atmosphere. This is why Pluto is considered to be Hades, ruler of the underworld. Venus is the morning star, and its environment is hot and full of gas. Venus rules the sign of Taurus, fixed Earth, and Libra, cardinal air. Venus, the morning star, and Pluto are also considered to be 2 in 1 because of the marriage of Demeter's daughter Persephone to Hades. This also makes Venus, the morning star, queen of the underworld, hence the Lady Liberty statue residing in the Big Apple, New York City. This underworld is nothing more than an exaggeration of the Capricorn-Cancer axis polarities. The melting pot of New York City, which is the planet Jupiter representing foreign people in Santa Claus's belly, represents a witch's cauldron. The intention is to create a brew of diversity, creating different images of the populace to demonstrate in a PC computerized Sims game. Evaluating the etymology of the word Sims, I can justify the uppercase S represents Saturnalia, the lowercase letter I representing the third eye chakra, a candlestick, and the lowercase letters representing miss, without the R, a singularity. Jupiter rules the sign of Sagittarius and its season is winter. Thanksgiving and Christmas correlates to the planet Jupiter. The matriarch and the patriarch is the matriarch in one. This is just a form of transformation because the fact that Pluto, which rules the sign of Scorpio, has this ability. The benefics in astrology are Jupiter the greater and Venus the lesser. This allows the morning star to project image and a plethora more according to the senses. The chimney is how Santa Claus enters the underworld, which is considered to be the mansion in the sky. Pay attention to lineage because bloodlines are important to the goddess Demeter, is Hades' sister. However, marries his niece, Persephone. It's common to keep the royal family's bloodline pure, meaning within the family. This is why everyone looks so similar, not just anatomically, but eerie small details. Again, the gas planets Jupiter and Venus have the powers of mutability. Venus representing fixed earth and cardinal air, blowing air through the earth, creating image with gas. A delusion, however, this is how computerized magic works. The moons stabilize the gas of Jupiter, and the air keeps the gas in motion, like a witch's cauldron being stirred. The Milky Way is like a witch's recipe that creates a magic machine for life to happen. Jupiter is an enormous cauldron pot, equivalent to the anatomical human stomach, which is a fermentation chamber. This is how the Milky Way galaxy's process works. Pluto represents a fallen solar star. Neptune is the soul's frozen time capsule in order to preserve what is yet to be brought into fruition. Uranus creates the electricity to bring the frozen/preserved soul to life. Saturn creates the soul's life contract while it is being charged like a battery. Jupiter is a giant cauldron that adds a spiritual connotation and visualizes the imagery of the soul. Mars is considered to be, quote-unquote, God's armor, serving as a protective shell for the body. Earth is not only the platform where image occurs, but it is the actual body, cross on matter, to have its experience. Venus signifies what is within the shell. Again, it is fixed earth and cardinal air. The fixed earth aspect is for Venus to feel comfortable on the surface of matter, earth. Also, Venus represents cardinal air, the sign of Libra. Libra represents the spinal column and lumbar area of the back, while Venus is also a gas consistency that merges with the gases of Jupiter that fill up the shell of the body. Jupiter filling up Mars with gas initiates the collision between Venus and Mars, with Earth being its center and platform. Mercury creating the brain/mind of the newly formed soul allows a script to manifest using the sun for a spotlight.